Hello, everyone. Hi,
Hello.
Debbie.
Hi, Faye.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, all good. All good. Just doing my usual, posting our link onto our Facebook group so that people can find us.
Marvelous.
Give me one moment and then people will know where we are. Great. We're here. Brilliant stuff. Right. I think that is all shared now. Brill. So we've got a couple of layouts to share, haven't we, to get us started. Now, this was a layout you were working on when I was away for the week, when you were with Rachel.
Yes, and I was waiting for photos, and it's taken rather a long time for them to arrive.
But you had the perfect photos.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't want to finish it off until I had the photos. So I'm really pleased with this one. The pumpkin ones I still have to do, but I've got photos for those as well.
And that one, Deb, just looking at the ephemera you've used. So is that 49er Market ephemera? You've got little
yes, that's 49er Market Spice.
Oh, Spice collection. Rub-ons. And the little ticket behind the photo.
Yeah, the ticket, rub-on, little tickets here. Crisp and Golden Days, which is a perfect little title.
And then all of the rest are die cut leaves, because I missed some of this when you were making it, because I was trying to tune in from holiday.
Yes, they are all. I did mixed media backgrounds with inks and then cut them all out when I'd inked the background.
I've seen Vicki Boutin do that. So you make the background first and then use that paper to die cut with.
Yes, yeah.
Love it.
Quite pleased with that. It's definitely something I'll do again.
It's beautiful.
It's time consuming, but yeah.
Yeah, it's
hi, Steph.
Very effective. Hi, Steph. Beautiful. And these are the two I made last week. So that was just with that beautiful background paper and a little bit of mixed media. I'd probably get more photos printed in this format again, that kind of film strip. And then that was the other one I made using some of the frames from the ephemera and your beautiful stencil, which I can see you've got in front of you there.
Yes, I've stenciled and cut some trees, so I'm going to be working on this a little bit more, but I want to cut some holly and things, so I might do a little bit on this one and then move on to something else.
Beautiful. That is one of my favorite stencils at the moment, being able to use those two colors. And then what have you got there? You've been busy. You did an online class.
Yeah, I have got the cottage core. Is it called a recipe album?
Yes. So it's a recipe album workshop, and that is the cottage core 6x8 binder, I think, that comes in the kit.
It's an absolutely beautiful binder. It's huge, and the kit comes with all these little ring reinforcers, but they're all pale green and they're really good quality. So this one's really different. There are lots of flip ups. It gives you with recipe cards that you can put in. It comes with washi tape, loads of flip outs.
And it's an online class, isn't it, with Jane Marowitz?
Yes, so if you buy it, you get a link to the YouTube class and you get printed instructions as well.
And I know the instructions are out 16 pages, but some people prefer to have a proper virtual class and that's what you did. You followed the video, but then you had the instructions as well.
Yeah, I did. There's pockets to put cards. There are so many little bits, more flip ups to add photos. These little cards are an extra. They're a new thing. They call them flip ups, I think.
Flip ups. We've got those in the shop, but I wasn't quite sure how they work. So you've put some washi tape along the strip.
Yeah, there's different sizes. There's this little size, which is here, and there's the 6x4s. That are right at the beginning here. So they're called flip ups. And they come with a sticky tape to stick them on the page, but then I've just covered the in between with washi tape.
With washi. So those could go on a scrapbook layout as well. we've got them
Yeah.
singly in the shop. So we stock, obviously they're part of this cottagecore album kit, but then
Yeah.
we cottagecore pieces and bits singly if people just wanted to do it for a sort of scrapbook.
And what they've also done as well is they've got little pocket pages as well by 49 in Market, which is new, and they're really lovely. So just flipping through is another flip out, another pocket with lots of cards in. This is another one of the flip outs and the pocket pages. It's just lovely. I just need time to put photos in and recipes.
I love the design, and I'm with Tina. So, and I think you feel the same, Deb, that the new range cottagecore, not your cup of tea, but I like the binder. I would probably do the
binder's beautiful.
Maybe in a different collection. It's the it's the kind of country kitchen vibe, which some people love. I'm waiting to see what they bring in after Katie Pertier's last collection in January, because Dennis Boutin's got a certain style, hasn't he? I love the cover though. The cover is beautiful.
Yes.
And I love all the flips, and they'd be great for documenting. Like, I would do you know what? I would use that album, but with something like Christmas Spectacular, and I document all my Christmas recipes, and I've got photographs of things I make, and that would be something you would pass down like to your family. I remember my mum's Christmas recipes and Christmas cake stuff. You know, we've got one that we make, a family gravy. It's like our Jamie Oliver tradition.
Yeah.
I would probably use a slightly different collection, maybe.
Yeah. And I mean, each to their own. I mean, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't have chosen it, but now it's made up. It is quite lovely, and it is worth the work. So
it was. It's gorgeous. Love it. Yes. Fantastic. And then the other kit we've got. So these are shipping this month. This is our Twilight Kit Club Summer Porch collection. They're going out this month, aren't they, Deb? And we've got two left. I want to say two kits left.
Check.
So Deb's gonna have a little check online. So comes with the scrapping magazine. These are the ones I made from it. We've got a private Facebook group for subscribers where we post pictures and inspiration. So these are the ones I made. And then obviously this next month we're moving on to Vicki Boutin's Wrapped in Ribbons, which we're going to be working on tonight.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 left. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so we seem to be selling out each month, which is wonderful because it means we can get planning for the next one. So we are going to be working with Vicki Boutin's Wrapped in Ribbons tonight. I think you are as well, aren't you, Deb?
Yeah. I'm using something else. I've cut some ovals, and this is the oldest paper. This is Basic Grey. I don't know if anyone remembers Basic Grey.
I do. I recognise it.
And I bought this from somebody at a car boot. She had loads and loads of Basic Grey, and I bought it because I still love Basic Grey, and I was getting rid of it, and I thought it would make a lovely tree. So I've cut out loads of ovals, and we were under in the same Tina who Katie goes with after her last collection.
And I know she does digital, but for me, I haven't got a good enough printer, and I can't be doing with the craft. I want all the
and you don't want to cut it all out, do you? All the laser cuts and everything.
Exactly. So I've been busy. I posted on our Twilight Facebook group that I used Debbie's wonderful stencil, which comes in the kit. This little Christmas tree here. And I stenciled in Rustic Wilderness and Mowed Lawn. So it's got like a 2-tone to the tree, and then I ran it through my scan and cut, and it cut it out, so I didn't have to do any fussy cutting. They were all cut for me, and then I just used some Nuvo drops and some gold stickles to decorate. And I'm going to do something with these trees tonight, and I'm going to make a bit of a background.
Well, I tried a slightly different colorway. I think sometimes pink and grey are nice, and So I've
Yeah,
got
I love
these
it.
to play
Yeah,
about with. But I'm going to do my tree first, my big tree.
love
Oh, you've
that.
still got some basic grey stuff. Yeah. It's lovely.
Great.
It's great.
That, and remember K&Co?
Yeah. And chili bean soup we love.
Chili bean soup I used to love.
And
she,
fruit.
chili bean soup, she used to make these little felt pieces, like leaves. I had leaves and flowers from chili bean soup. Oh, it's funny, all these companies and how they...
And scenic route was just beautiful, wasn't it?
And how they all just disappear over time.
Yeah, it's sad.
It is. I think the paper crafting industry, and even like look at the change of you know, the lack of small physical shops we have now. And as crafters, we want to see and feel the products, don't we? You can't, particularly with papers, and when you're colour matching and things, you know, you want to see them and, you know, touch them. And
well, you can't see it on a screen, can you?
No. And you can't really match the colours and things. You know, paper crafting is tactile, isn't it? And
absolutely.
Right, so there's my couple of snowy hills. I have to keep putting my ink pad there, otherwise my camera doesn't like plain white paper. And what I was thinking, I've got this lovely stencil that I've never used before, and it is very intricate. But I wanted to see what it would look like with a bit of snowflake. In fact, I wondered, we've got these, have I got them here? The lovely little small stencil brushes. Yes, they're here. These we've got in the shop. These little,
oh, they're really good.
I think for the intricate stencils,
yes,
these are better. The blending brushes might lift it up a bit. Let's have a little look. Yeah, that's doing what we want it to. Just a bit subtle. It's less likely to lift the delicate stencil up. Oh, that's looking good. And I'm dabbing it in the lid here to take off the excess. Do people do circular motions or dab? I think circular motions are good if you're light-handed.
Yeah.
You don't want to lift it up too much. Oh, Tina's still got a few scenic route autumn pages.
Oh, yeah, they were lovely. Basic Grey are brilliant for backgrounds as well. They did lots of very lovely, like mixed media kind of muted backgrounds.
Great. I mean, I had very little stash in those early days.
You were
I was a bit slow off the mark, and I just had like some of those do crafts or something like that.
Paper Mania. We had some of those.
Paper Mania.
Oh my goodness.
We did. Yeah. Now we've just got all the things.
Yeah, but we love it, don't we?
Another heads up, me and Debbie, just before we came online, Sizzix have got a Black Friday sale already, just a heads up. And there's some beautiful Tim Holtz dies in the sale. Now, it seems Sizzix and Tim Holtz don't allow us to import wholesale on dies, do they? There's a really weird... So
we're allowed to get stamps, but
not dies. It says export restricted. So we love intricate dies. So me and Debbie have treated ourselves to Tim Holtz leaves. There's wildflowers. There's all things that we think would be good. So yeah, we treated ourselves. Early Christmas present for. So if you haven't checked out, if you like die cutting, or
Is my
stamp it.
tray fat enough, do you think, or does it need to be fatter?
Oh no, that's beautiful. I'm going to do mine narrow like that. Yeah.
Right, now I've got to try and stick it down without moving it too much.
Oh, I love this. This is nice and subtle. Just going to go a bit here. So this is tumbled glass distress oxide.
Oh, Paper Manias, they had 5 colours, didn't they? And there's spots, stripes, flowers.
Yeah,
colours.
I had some in purple, white and blue, and it was like stripes, spots. Yeah. And that was, I think, when I sat next to you at a first crop where we met, that was what I was using.
Yeah.
And I look back now, and I was scrapbooking pictures of my dog, and I look back now and I think, oh God.
It was that, the first one you did was purple, wasn't it? Purple paper.
It was, you remember? I was so chuffed with it, of my little dog, and I had no idea what I was doing, but I enjoyed it.
That's what it's all about, though, isn't it? It's just about enjoying it.
And I came home with my list of all the stuff I wanted. I mean, I didn't even have any basic kit, I don't think. I
think you were quite led astray from that point.
Oh my gosh, my eyes were open. I mean, that's got to be about 20 odd years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it has. Because, I mean, we've been running Twilight for 13 years.
Yeah, we started just as a little crop.
Yeah.
We met after school. We were meeting after school. Sometimes there were just 2 of us sat in a school hall crafted.
Nothing wrong with that.
We had a lovely time.
Absolutely. And I've met some lovely people.
We have. We really have. Right, I think that was what I was hoping.
Oh, that's lovely.
There's a few little patches, but I don't think that matters too much. I'm going to go with that because actually the fact that it's patchy is okay. Oh,
Creative Memories, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Creative Memories, is that still running? I think it is.
I think it is, yeah.
I still see people who
cut your photos into circles or squares.
Although are they? I don't know if they are still running or not, Creative Memories.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does anybody know? Because there used to be like Creative Memories reps and stuff. Who knows?
They did very good quality punches if you liked the style.
Oh, Steph, I love that. You're doing a card making class this year with teachers. That's great. That's great. We've done a card making workshop and did little kits. And it's always really popular because if people aren't so sure about paper crafting, it's a really good way to kind of try it, isn't it?
Have a little dabble, isn't it?
Have a little dabble. Right, I'm going to start sticking some of these down. Let's start with these. Stick as I go. I'm using a bit of ATG. I have this idea of like layering up the tree so that this kind of looks like it's sat on the snowy hills. That was my plan. Oh, hi, Ali.
Hi.
I'm catching up on the chat. Is anybody else getting a little bit of crafting time? I have been looking forward to this. And because I had an idea of what I wanted to create, and I've made these little trees at the weekend, I was just looking forward to seeing how it would come together. So it's all good. Oh, it's great. It's great, Steph. Many years ago, I did a children's scrapbooking club. Never again. Debbie was wetting herself. I'd taken my Sizzix dies in. It was carnage.
There's no way I'd have taken in my lovely thing. No way.
You would have had a heart failure.
I wouldn't have let them touch.
You wouldn't have coped.
No.
Like, oh, no, just careful with you running that through there. It's like crushing the plastic. Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it, Steph, teaching somebody else? And I think because we're in the role that we do, we don't realise what a skill it is.
Yeah.
And I bet you still got some talkers who don't listen, Steph.
The naughty ones at the back. Oh. Right, so I've got my first layer of trees. I'm thinking of doing a second layer of trees here along the bottom and building this up, and then adding a bit of ephemerum pieces here. That was the concept of it. And I thought this light blue, because this for Vicki Boutin's collection, where is my colour swatch? So we have our Wrapped in Ribbons colour swatch chart. These are on the website. And actually speckled egg is a good match, but if you haven't got speckled egg, tumbled glass matches with the blues in hers. So I've got that there to refer to.
Oh, that sounds like fun, Tina. It's just having fun, isn't it?
Wonderful. That's lovely. Making a layout about themselves. That's a great sort of team building activity to do. Right, let's make sure I've got these. I think in making these, I mastered the art of how to use Nuvo drops. They take a bit of practice, don't they, to get in the perfect. And some of them you can see went a bit wrong. There's definitely an art to how you blob Nuvos. If anybody has used them, they sort of dry like enamel dots. Yeah,
it's getting just the right amount. It's a little bit like icing, isn't it? You've got to get the right amount and stop it in the right place.
And they dry raised like an enamel dot. Stickles, that was really quick and easy to dab, but they obviously dry flat like a little glitter. So I just thought I'd use the two different.
There's also something called pearl drops. I've got some here to put on my tree.
You did a good demo for me. Pearl drops, I think I'm going to be a fan of. Really intricate. Yeah.
Shall I get my trees out and show you?
Yeah, because
really,
you showed me at the crop the difference. Yeah. I'd never noticed the difference between pearl drops and Nuvo drops, and
I'm a huge fan of pearl drops. I had them before Nuvo even existed, I think.
Do they still sell them though?
I think they do.
Okay. They are much more delicate and easier to drop, if that makes sense.
They're easier to control, I would say.
And you get a finer little dot.
Finer finish.
Yeah.
I've got pink here, so I'll just put some pink ones on this grey tree. And then I'll do some Nuvos so you can see the difference. The nib is really, really super fine.
Yeah, that's what makes the difference, definitely. Right, there are my trees. One more. I think I've got space for one more here. Okay. So then let's get my photo and these layers down. So I think that's about the right place.
I don't know if you can see, let me hold it up, how delicate and how tiny you can get the
It
dots on
is.
pearl drops. They are super, super tiny, and it's a really,
Yeah,
it's
which
much easier to control.
you definitely wouldn't be able to do, like
You
sort of
wouldn't be
that
able to
thing
do
for,
that with Nuvos.
these would be more like for baubles, single.
Yes. Yeah, whereas you can do little lights. So I'll just show you like some baubles with the Nuvo drops. I've got some in pink here, and they're really lovely, but it's a totally different
Ball
I mean,
game.
the nib to start with is probably much bigger.
Yeah, Steph says they're like little seed bead size. They are.
Yes.
And it was only at the crop. When was it? Last crop that we were together.
Yeah.
And you had some samples, and I was like, oh wow, I'd never even got the memo that those two were complete. I would have thought, they do the same thing.
I used to use them years ago when I used to make card toppers. I used to use those for like necklaces and tiny buttons. It's really good on clothing because it's that delicate. So you can see the difference between them. The left is Nuvo and the right is pearl drops.
Oh, you've mastered the Nuvo blobs.
Yeah, do you reckon?
Yeah.
I do love a Nuvo blob.
I need a bit more practice. In fact, I think taking your time is key, because I had so many of these. You can see some of them went perfectly.
Yeah.
And some of them I went, oh, that. And I tried to smooth it and move it in with my nail, and you can't. You need to just get it right first time.
I think you need to kind of press it gently
and lift
and put the nib in and then lift, and then it does go
sort of self-levels.
Yes.
It's got some sort of self-leveling compound in it or something.
But it's getting enough of the stuff out that you're happy it's an enamel dot size. And then if you've got a point, it will level. There were points all on the top of this one, but now they're all completely level and quite a uniform size. So right, I'll put those aside for a minute because I'm still doing my tree.
Let those dry. Hi, Nicola. Oh, bedtime done. Yay. My little one was fast asleep, busy swimming and
I bet you shattered, didn't he, after swimming?
Yeah, it's hard work, isn't it, learning to swim?
Do you know, I went to a spa like a couple of Mondays ago, my sister-in-law, and after being in there for 2 hours, my legs were like lead weights.
Yeah.
I was really tired. So my legs,
a lot of work.
Yeah. It was lovely though.
Oh, real sweet.
Yeah.
Well deserved. Right, putting a little bit of the old foliage. I don't want it to stick out too far, so trim this down a bit.
This has taken a while, but I think it will be worth it. I could add some little Nuvos on these as well.
Yes, a little bit of detail.
Yeah.
Christmas time, holiday style.
If you've got an oval punch, a small oval punch, or a cutting machine, this is a really good way of using up scraps of paper. You could use any greens, or you could do a pink tree. That would be nice with pinks and different colours. Might try a pinky one next.
Oh, I wanted to try aqua aerobics, Tina. There's one right close to me on a Tuesday. I haven't made it yet.
Oh, I used to love aqua aerobics, but it's too late now where I am. It's like 9 o'clock at night. It's just like no.
Oh, 9 o'clock, no. No, this one is 7:20, so it could be doable, but it's the bedtime routines and all that is just trying to.
It's really good. I mean, you do loads of exercise, but in the water, so you don't kind of hurt your muscles, but you really work them.
I did some
Really
on
good.
holiday. There was an aqua aerobics class. That was great fun.
Yeah, it's fab.
Working off the pina coladas.
Wow.
Had to be done. Frozen pina coladas at 10:30 in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Karen, with the ovals. Because I've cut some, so I'm going to be working on that next, this Christmas tree idea. So I use my scan and cut these out. And what I was experimenting with at the weekend, I'm going to try, before I stick them down, fold them in half. I know you don't like too much dimension on yours, Deb. So either fold them that way so that they're like that, or even that way, or as you say, Karen, like curl them up, or yeah. I think
No, you could do.
Yeah.
I've just had a thought.
You've had a brainwave.
I've just had a thought.
I love thoughts. Where the good ideas come from. And I love that
Look
people
at that.
have good ideas for. What's that? Oh,
Fringing scissors.
fringing scissors.
That would look.
Have you got the patience to fringe them? That would look amazing.
Not now, because I've started doing this. I can't change halfway through.
Right. Oh,
I can't change halfway through.
Great idea, but
if you'd like to borrow me fringing scissors, Faye.
Yeah. In fact, don't. I've got some hanging on my pegboard.
Oh, have you?
I do have some, so I could.
Because you did have some, didn't you? And you got rid of them because you thought they were.
Yeah, then I had to buy some more because I moved house and cleared out my kitchen, and I was like, when am I ever going to use herb scissors? So I put them in the charity shop bag, and then of course, when you see somebody using it for crafts, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I think pale pink to red would look lovely, and I have got some pink and red basic grey.
Oh, that
might
would
have
be
to try that.
Yeah, I mean, this concept of building a tree with ovals I saw online. You could build all sorts of shapes.
I've seen it with triangles as well. That's effective. And with hearts, you can build a tree with hearts, but you'd have to get the right shape. That'd look great in pink, wouldn't it?
A tree of hearts.
Yeah. In fact, I'm hoping tomorrow to get a photo. I've bought the most hilarious dress for Miss Pipsqueak, and it's literally a Christmas tree. It's all netting and pom-poms, so I'm hoping to get a picture of her in it, but a pink tree would look fabulous.
That would be great. Right, let's see what other little ephemera, if anything. I don't know if I need anything from here. These little foamy.
Oh, shredding scissors. Shredding stuff is always really naff. I used to have a paper shredder and it always ended up burning out and like smelling bad, and the motor went.
You've encouraged me to use one of those black ink rollers for like destroying things, which means you don't need to shred. That's genius.
Yeah. And they're good, aren't they? And they're really quick, convenient. Really good.
So you know that all your documents are safely.
And I've seen some people said they just put their paper in water. So it's like a papier-mâché effect, which I thought is quite clever if you haven't got a shredder. But where would you keep it? And where would you, it's all very well, but
I don't think I need any more of those bits. I think that's probably
beautiful
enough. Doesn't
I've
need
just looked up
more.
To see that. That's wonderful.
That's and the background kind of worked. Just subtle, just to give it a bit of that. I didn't want the trees to look like they were floating on air, so I think they just look a bit grounded there. Right. We got time. I've got time to start on this tree. This is exciting. Let's I've got all my pieces. Right, I'm just trying to, in fact, I'm trying to put the lid back on my glue press, but I don't need to because I can just put it in the stand, can't I? Because it's got it's got that little rest.
That little special.
But I know that pin is
it
good.
like a gasket or something. It's like a little rubber gasket, isn't it?
Yeah, in the bottom.
Into it.
There. So it sits on that little thing there, so it doesn't dry out, because I have got the heater going in here because it was a bit cold.
Oh, that's nice. A baby Santa outfit.
Oh, love it. Right, it's definitely warm enough in here now. It's like a sauna. Right, let's get, so yes, this was what I cut. Created a whole load of ovals on my Scan and Cut, because I started looking online for an oval punch, and I thought I was almost going to buy an oval punch. And I thought, well, I don't need to buy an oval punch. I could just create the shapes with my Scan and Cut. So,
and you can make fat ovals, thin ovals. You can do anything you want, can't you?
So I think with Karen's idea, which I thought was a great one, I'll fold these slightly, and Steph's idea was also using some foam pads. So if I fold them this way, then I can put a foam pad at the top. We'll give it.
I've got foam pads on mine.
Have you? You're putting a little foam on yours?
Yeah, they've all got little foam pads on.
Yeah.
That's what's taking the time, I think.
So you started from the bottom, building up.
Yes.
Now you've done yours on the right.
Yes.
So I might have a go at doing mine on the left. Let's mix it up a bit, because I love when we have a similar idea
and we both do something different.
Yes, great. That's what I love about classes as well. People have their own take on it, particularly
and people
when
go, oh, do you mind if I've done my, and we're like, no, we love it when people do their own thing.
Yeah,
it's fabulous, isn't it?
I like when you do a sort of like mixed media or Kate Crane style workshop, and then of course the possibilities for varying things up are endless, and you get so many takes on a certain technique. It's amazing. So this is a little bit time consuming, but hope it's giving people some ideas. This is a good one for using up scraps, because if you've got an oval punch, you could just punch out from a range of scraps. I love the idea of the colours sort of going pinks to red. Or
you're going to do that.
Or even a rainbow tree. Yeah, using up a range of scraps to, because Vicki Boutin, I'm sure she did a rainbow. She used, in fact, I've got some of these here, like the Tim Holtz little bottle brush trees, and I think she painted each of these different colours and made like a Christmas ornament.
One with hearts would look really cute as well.
Rainbow tree stuff is exactly what I was thinking. This was another thing Debbie and I were talking about before the live. I made this a couple of Christmases ago. This was a Vicki Boutin live, and it's just a polystyrene hoop covered with wool, and then these are all die cut, and actually I made these by hand, but I've since bought the Tim Holtz house dyes. But you could make this in a rainbow colour. This would be beautiful. Oh, yes, you did, Steph. You got the rainbow bottle tree. I've not seen them about. But it was in Paper Chase when Tesco's had the Paper Chase range. I bet they sell quickly. I've actually bought, so I'm still waiting for my Popsy Christmas cardie to arrive. And then, oh, you're going to just like, I'll probably never wear these, but I've been looking at Irregular Choice shoes. Have you seen them? They're amazing. I mean, there's some wacky designs out there, but there was a pair on Vinted that were red sequins with gold stars, and I bought them for Christmas Day.
How lovely.
They were only on Vinted, I thought. So, yeah, who knows what they'll be like. I'll probably be in my slippers by lunchtime, but...
Well, yeah, but...
I just love shoes. my other half's going, more shoes? Where are we going to put these? You need to clear out. So I'm like, yeah. I have always loved a good pair of shoes.
I don't like it when they're uncomfy though. I find a lot of shoes, by the time they're comfy, they're tatty. I'm not very good at wearing shoes in.
No. Are you leaving a bit of space, Deb, for a little stem or a...
Oh, I didn't think about a trunk. Could add a trunk at the bottom.
Yeah, I've been looking at hot chocolate design shoes too, Steph, and I do have some on my watch list that are completely flats, and they would match one of my Popsy dresses because they've got rainbow coloured pencils on them. Oh, so many shoes, so little time. But yes, I'm more now. I used to wear great big heels. Now I'm like, I just need comfort.
Yeah.
Oh, how priorities change.
Oh, they do, don't they?
They do. Oh yeah, that watercolor tube. So it must be on YouTube, Nicola, and Vicki Boutin did a live.
I think you'd be better off with chunky wool, otherwise it will really take a long
It
time.
It is chunky, and in fact I had some thinner wool and it didn't look as good. It just didn't have the dimension and the coverage. So yeah, a thick wool, but some of these wools are like color changing, so you could have a...
Yeah, you can have rainbow coloured that keeps variegated wool, can't you? You can have a load of colours.
Yeah.
Rainbow wool would look good. I'll see if I can find some and we'll make one. Right, that's my tree. I don't know whether... Oh, I need a little stalk.
I wondered what the flats were like, Steph, and how much shape they had, because I know you normally go the Mary Janes with the strap across, and obviously sizing wise, seeing what would... And the flats, I just find they don't have much sort of shape or...
Oh, and I just happen to have this bit of wood paper. So
that bit of wood paper. Oh, you could have saved me a bit. I could do with some over here.
I'll bring it to you on Saturday.
Oh yeah, I've seen you Saturday. You know, yeah. I thought you could chuck it through the virtual.
I'll put it in the pile. I've got a pile for you. I'll put it in the pile. Now look, that's perfect.
Oh, it does need a star stare. I've got a star punch here. Maybe find a bit of gold.
Yeah, I've got gold, but I haven't got a star punch down here at the moment, so that'll have to be... Well, I think that's perfect just there, that trunk.
Love that. I might not do a trunk. Mine could be floating, a bit more retro. See how it goes. Are you going up by one?
What do you mean?
Each time, have you gone to make it go up? You've just... 7.
7, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 5, 4, 3, 2. So
right,
2 sevens. A 6,
otherwise
5.
I'm going narrow too quickly, if that makes sense.
Yeah. 2 sevens, 2 sixes, I reckon, a 5.
Yeah. Won't want to go up to get it to look right. Yeah, love this idea. Has anybody got any crafting projects on the go or things they need to finish?
Oh, I've got a little book that I started.
Oh, a little mini book.
Yeah. There was a scrapbooking summit thing and you could sign up free. And there was a little mini book. So let me just show you where I've got to.
Nice. It's that time of year when people sort of do Christmas crafts. I don't know if anybody does or makes any gifts, any homemade gifts.
So this is basic grey again. I had a big pile of paper I was going to sell secondhand. Then I went through it again and I thought this makes such a lovely book. So I've got all of this to decorate, but each bit comes with a pocket that flaps out and a flap, and then the same on the other side. So it's 3 times, and it's a really nice.
Did you get that design online or?
Yeah, it was only available for 24 hours unless you got.
Oh, this was this summit. Yeah.
So I when you did the summit, you could download the instructions on the day. The only thing is, because it's American, their A4 card is 8.5 inches by 11. So all the instructions fitted their A4 card, but ours isn't 8.5. Ours is 8.25. So it didn't quite work, and I wasted quite a lot of card. But I'm quite pleased with it. I think if I did it again, I'd try and tweak the measurements and get them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that requires a bit too much brain power for at the moment.
Oh, ice sculpture trowel staff. Fabulous. Well, we've got our crop this Saturday. Well, we got 2 this month, but then a quieter December, because we know December's busy for people. So our December crop is that little bit earlier on the 30th of November this time.
What do you think about adding some Nouveau drops while I've got the time?
Yeah.
I might pick out some of the detail, like in the pink. And
yeah. Loves a bit of sparkle.
Can't beat a bit of sparkle, can you?
I think, again, if I had more time on my hands, I might even distress these ovals. I think the more texture you give it, and I love the idea of the fringing scissors. Would build it up nicely. And the little bit of foam pads, not essential, but just gives it that little bit more 3D-ness. Oh, it's Paper Fox this weekend, Nicola. Love it. Have you got lots of unfinished projects to take then? Lots to take with you. They are always the best. And it's good to have the time to get it done, isn't it? Right, so then I'm going, so I've done 4, then 4. I think your idea of like the doubling the layers is going to give you the height that you need. I think your thinner ovals are actually more effective, more dainty.
Do you?
Yeah, it's got that lovely narrowness to the tree, which I think is good.
I think adding a bit of bling might work.
Well, you're just putting, oh, you're putting little lines.
Yeah.
Perfect pearls. No, not perfect pearls. What do you call it?
And Nouveau.
Are they called? No, pearl drops. What are they called again?
Yes.
The fine ones.
Oh. Shh. Oh.
Oh. Rolled all over. Did it? Oh, it's easy wiped off.
Yeah. Liquid pearls. Liquid pearls.
Right.
They're called. Ah, vagabond briefcase. I bet that was beautiful.
Oh wow, Kate! I saw a few people talking on Cal's group about it. It's stunning. That's a lot of work gone into that. Are you pleased? Are you pleased with how it's turned out, Kate? Because I know it's that's a lot of work goes into it, but stunning. Right, there we go. There's my tree. Kind of got
lovely.
That. Can you see the little folded?
Yes, that looks really nice.
gives it a bit of dimension, and I've still got loads left over to play about with. Love that. So then I was thinking about other bits to add. Now I did find something that goes quite nicely with this collection is, again, this is just like from leftover stash, but these lovely frames, little film strip frames that go perfectly. I haven't used any of these yet. Stash waiting to be used. Pom-pom trim under some of the layers. Yes, Steph. Like you could literally decorate this tree. And I think this is going to need something, because although the papers have got little baubles, this is going to need enhancing. I also like that in here on the foamy stickers, they've got these gold dots, which I think could use, or the stars, gold stars would work. So let's see. So these come in the kit. We've got, some of the frames are quite nice. Foliage. I'm just trying to see. There's a large star, but I think that one would be too big for the top of the tree. Let's play about. Oh, look, that one. That's nice. Chunky black star, a bit retro. Oh, gold. Cute. What do we think? Got the gold.
The gold one's nice. I might use the
gold one's nice. That one's obviously a bit big. That would be a nice looking one. Oh, there's just so many lovely bits. Look, we've got a mushroom or a dove. Holly, no. Lovely bits in here. They're all like little decks. What do we think? Oh, 4 week to do, Kate. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh yeah, I saw you were working on a vinyl for a t-shirt, Nicola. Amazing. What do people think? Would you go sort of the black star? Does that pop a little bit? Or maybe the gold. This is vellum.
I'd go gold.
The gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit more chunky than the black one, but looks good. Gold. Gold for Nicola, black for Steph. Tina likes the gold.
This might end up being a bit of a pain, but I've decided to put green Nouveau drops around each oval.
Oh my gosh, it's going to look amazing.
Let's hope so. Definitely going to be a labour of love.
It is. But you find those things are definitely worth it in the end.
I want to stitch that tree paper. I want to do some stitching on that.
Right, let's see. I mean, I've got a whole host of Christmas photos, and it's unusual that I haven't picked the photo before the layout. I've got a whole range. Feeding reindeers in Lapland.
Wow.
That could be one.
But you've still got quite a few photos from that, haven't you? That
yeah, that's why this is the perfect. That's a nice one. Making Christmas cookies with Santa's elf hat. That could be a good one. Visiting Santa. which was truly magical. Highly recommend. So that could work. Like that, maybe. So for me, it feels like this is a very white background. I'm thinking, as it evolves, thinking about the gold bits that are here, picking out, I don't know, gold embossing powder or gold paint.
I'm thinking about the same about mine. It's looking very white.
It's very white. It's
Yeah.
very, it needs something to tie it all together, because I really do like the tree. I love all these little bits. And I think we could really make it come together.
Some kind of border perhaps around the edge of the page, or
yeah, like a faux
stitching.
Faux stitching. It's gonna need something. It's going to be something that we're going to just play with a bit. Making traditions is quite nice. That has got the idea, I think. We get the general gist, but I think it is going to need just a little bit. Deciding on how it, what do people think? Bit of mixed media, bit of gold splats. Could do a little bit of mixed media around the edge of the tree here. I could do a little bit of stenciling like I've done before, so like the snowflakes. Decisions.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it?
But I'm feeling the same as you, Deb. It just needs a little something in the background to pull it together.
I might even do a tiny strip of paper just to border around. Yeah,
just to almost ground it. I feel with these types of layouts, you want to something to draw the eye to. So I'm going to have a little think. I might look through some of my stencils, because none of this is stuck down yet, and I could easily work around the tree to just decide how that could come together. Wow.
I can't work around mine until I've finished all these blooming Nouveau drops and it's dried.
Yeah, Nicola's got some like good ideas, like maybe some like watered down gold paint for a few little gold splats.
You know, I've got a star stencil.
Yeah, just something subtle.
Yeah,
I'm sure I've got star. I tell you what, I've also got a Lavinia star stamp. So you could
that
just
would be nice. Yeah,
create a little bit of interest, so that the background isn't so stark. Well, I think that's about us, Deb, because we're at 9 o'clock.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But we got our trees done.
Well, nearly,
and I got way more to do on this. I think that's going to just evolve, and I think adding detail to the tree, that could be like you're doing. It would be like wow. And
shall I show you what it looks like?
I've done a lot of prep on that, so that was a bit cheating, because that was good to go. Yeah, give us a close up. Is that what?
Little
it's almost like stitch. That is beautiful.
Yes.
Is that with Nuvo or with the pearl
This
drop?
is with the green Nuvo. I'm managing to get it quite fine. I don't know how, but I'm doing tiny little dots and just moving it across, and it's kind of looking like a little
Stick
edge. Yeah.
with a very light squeeze.
Yeah.
Love that. Wow. Right, I've got another idea then, Deb. I'm going to start working on that. Thank you for the inspiration.
Oh, it's been fun, hasn't it, again?
It's been fun. It's been good fun. Well, thank you for joining us, everyone. We're going to be back same time next week.
Yep.
So
For
see you
joining us.
soon. Take care all.
Bye.
Bye.